With everything you've experienced, what would you tell a younger version of yourself, considering where you are now?
Really work on rehabbing your body and making sure that you're at 100% before you go out and do any type of task or any type of drill or any type of practice. Just making sure that you maintain your body and really take care of yourself. And then just having that mindset of gotta go hard, gotta grind hard, because the results are going to be amazing. They're going to put you on a different stage.
I would tell her to put her grind first, and whatever that grind is, whether it's on the court, whether it's off the court, whether it's in the classroom, whether it's in the media booth, to put that first and to not let, any outside sources or people or opinions, discourage her from putting that first, you know what I mean? And I think just growing up, a lot of the times, it was easy for me to get distracted and kind of, take my eye off the prize because, whatever it may be, friends or whatever that was distracting me. But, if I just would have had just a little bit more of like a focus and a focus and just like kind of a sense of, okay, you kind of have to, this is the part where you grind so that when you get here that, it's easy. Because it was the opposite for me. It was like, I did work hard in some sense, but it was like I had to do the hard work after the fact, not before the fact. And so I would definitely go back and tell myself, like, okay, here's the cheat code, girl. Like, make it a little easier on yourself. Do the hard work now so that you can reap the benefits later instead of, kind of coasting early and then getting to the big test and then you're like, cramming or whatever, whatever the case is.
Picking something and being passionate about it and sticking with it and giving it your all. And I think also having a good idea, because basketball is not going to be a permanent career for some people. Obviously there's lots of people that I played with both in high school and college that have gone on to play professionally, and that's awesome. But if someone knows that that's not something that they're going to want to pursue long-term, definitely having an idea in high school, like, 11th, 12th grade, of what you want to do, what you want to study, so that you can set yourself up for your future career.
Well, vulnerability is strength is a big one. But also to know that I was enough, that I was worth, that I had self-worth, and that I had to remember that, that my self-worth wasn't based in other people, that my self-worth was really found within myself, and that there was so much good to be found that I just didn't believe in at that time. And that really strength came from within, but strength also came from being vulnerable too.
I think there was times like where I would doubt myself or just not see myself for what I was. And I think that kind of can stunt your growth a little bit. So I think I would have been more confident and took more risks, I think would be my advice to my younger self.
Even in the tough moments, continue to fight, because you do land on your feet. You do end up being successful. You end up being happier than what it looked like or what it is that you could be going through. I would tell my younger self to continue to persevere and continue to push through.
I would say to dream big. I think in Iowa you can feel confined and limited to your surroundings because you just grow up not knowing what the rest of the world is like, and you don't know what you don't know, and you don't know what's out there. And I think the best advice I would give to my younger self is like, the world is your oyster and you can really do anything that you want to do, and don't let where you're from or your experiences confine you to a certain area or job or industry. Whatever you want to do, or if you dream of something that you wish you could do, like, you can actually do it and put in the work and achieve it.
One of the things I would tell my younger self would be to continue to stay true to who you are. No matter what you're going through, no matter who you're going through it with, like, stay true to who you are, because that you are going to be the only one that can get you to where you want to go and get you through what you're going to go through. I would always definitely tell myself to stay true to who you are. I believe I stayed true to who I was throughout, all my years of playing. Still as a coach, I feel like I stayed true to who I am. The other thing I would tell myself, and I know coaches, parents, everybody tells players this all the time, is like, always work hard. Like, I can look back now and I'm just like, yeah, I wasn't working that hard at this point or this point, and I tell players all the time, like, you're not working hard enough. And they're just like, I am. And I'm like, you're not. And I know you're not. Like, now I understand what, coaches mean by that. So I always say that as well, like, always work hard.
Trust the process. Like, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna suck. It's gonna be terrible at some points in your life. It really is. But every terrible moment in my life has shaped me into who I am today. Every hard moment I've learned from, and I've grown from. And I think that, like, we talked about those losing moments, and we talked about the hardships that I went through at my other school. And I think that without having those losing moments, you're not going to get winning moments. And without the hardships, I'm not going to end up in LA.
I'd probably tell myself, don't be a hothead. Tone your ego down a little bit. I'm not like a boastful person, but I think there was moments where I could have humbled myself a little bit more. And yeah, so that'd probably be the number one thing I tell myself, my younger self. Definitely just be patient, trust God and His process for you. I think, when you're so caught up in the moment and what's going on now with yourself, and you're young and you're trying to figure it out, and it's like, you don't have to figure it out. God already has it all laid out for you. And so as long as you just, keep your eyes on Him and keep praise there and keep your faith in Him, like, He's going to guide your steps. You know what I mean? He'll lead you to what you need to know. And so, tell myself that. And the last thing I'd probably say is gratitude. Just be thankful. Thank everyone around you, from the custodians, the managers, the people the media, just any and everybody. Just thank them, because all of those people play a huge role in performing.
I wouldn't tell myself figure it out, because I probably would freak out, but just telling myself everything's okay, and saying that it's okay to get help. Like, I'm a very stubborn individual as well. I guess that's why the Army fits me. And, just asking for help, because by all means, most time people either A, have that question, same question you had, or B, want to help you, So I fondly, am glad that, I am where I'm at now. But I've had those moments where I've had to look at myself in the mirror and be like, relax, like, you're doing okay.
It's okay to be uncomfortable. And I think that I always had this like I needed to be a certain way or a certain person. And I think like I didn't know what to do when I was uncomfortable. And I think that played a role in just kind of like who I was as a player a little bit too. So that would probably be my biggest thing. And then of course, like, work harder. Like, you could work, like you could actually be really good. Just keep going, like, or you could be better, or like things like that. Keep working out, keep doing those kind of things.
Just encourage the young Jasmine to get out there and don't be afraid to like stick up for yourself and stand your ground, and like also heal. Like, if that's what you need, do that. Don't hold off on it. Because I feel like sometimes when you hold off on things like that, you could be blocking your blessing. Growth isn't comfortable. It never will be. But you have to like feel that uncomfortability, and you have to go through that in order to experience certain things.
I've come to realize those uncomfortable situations, when adversity comes, that's when you grow the most. And I didn't realize it then, or even 2 years ago. It seems like when something comes your way that you're not used to, or you're uncomfortable, or you're not in your comfort zone, or it seems like the world is ending. It really seems like the world is ending. But in reality, that's the time when you're growing, or something amazing is about to happen. So that's what I would just tell myself. Like, just take it on. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just take every day. Take your days slowly, live, and go on about your business.
I would more so just tell them sky's the limit. I think that might be the only thing. Is because I know me as a person, and even when I was younger, I was gonna do what I was gonna do regardless of what anybody thought. So I never cared as much in regards to what people thought. If I felt like it was the right thing to do, then that's what it was gonna be. So I never really had the peer pressure situations. That's never been a thing for me. So I would really just say sky's the limit. And you can be as good as you want to be.
My whole life I've been like a worrier. And so I think I would honestly just tell her like it's all gonna work out. And it's not gonna be easy all the time, but it's gonna work out. And also just that she's gonna grow a lot and like change a lot and like not just like physically grow, but like
not just physically,
just
because
like
look what happened.
Mentally, emotionally, like you're gonna end up where you're supposed to be. And I know I'm not even probably like, I know I still have so much time left in my life and so much that's gonna happen, but like at this point, especially in my life, I feel like everything that I've gone, I'm so like grateful for everything that I've gone through and everything that's happened because it's like giving me wisdom, it's helped me grow, and I feel like I'm just like stronger mentally than ever, and like just like the hard stuff you go through is worth it, and if you get through it, and it's like for the better almost, I feel like.
I would tell a younger version of myself that you'll face a lot of adversity in your life, whether that be sports or in your personal life. But again, just keep on forging forward. There's always a path ahead, and push through the adversity. That's what I would say. And I feel like that has kind of made me the person who I am today and the woman that I'm becoming. Still, as I grow and learn in this industry, who you are now, be that person for your younger self. Whatever the phrase is, but that's what I'm looking for.
I would tell a younger version of myself to, when it comes to the game of basketball, embrace what's new. Identify how it can be a part of you. Don't be afraid of the change. And continue what you have a passion for, even if you don't understand it. You never know where it could take you. Sit up straight. Don't slouch. Stand up straight. And smile, because you actually turned out to be pretty awesome.
Little me, you know, you're gonna go through a lot of rough spots. But there's a light at the end of the tunnel, especially with basketball. Just stick with it, because, you know, I know you want to quit right now. I know you don't really feel like having another bad experience, but there are good experiences ahead. And I need you to keep that in mind so that you don't get too despondent and, you know, despaired.
Be confident. And I still have to tell myself that it's just because sometimes I think I know less than what I actually know. Whether that's in my day job, whether that's officiating. So I would say be confident, and because you know more than you think you do. It's just you gotta believe that you know it, and then it's gonna come out when it needs to.
Whatever it is that you have a desire to do, go and do it. I think a lot of people try to, I think God gives each of us a gift, and what ends up happening is because it doesn't happen right away, people give up. Right? And go out there and find what you're passionate about. Love what you do, and don't quit. Don't. If I'm looking at the camera, do not quit.
If I could talk to my younger self, I'd say everything will work out, and to don't give up on yourself. You know, because literally almost gave up on myself this year, and then I didn't. So yeah, don't give up on yourself. Everything will work out. Always have fun, and cherish the times that you have, like while you're still in high school and while you're still young.
I would tell a younger version of myself to be more patient. Be patient with recruiting, be patient with figuring out what you want to do in life, be patient with your growth as a person and as a player. I think I was very anxious all the time. I was very tense, kind of just wanted things to be perfect right away. I wanted things to go exactly as I wanted them to. So I would say, be patient, trust God, it's gonna be okay.